Welcome to Who Threw the Curve. Today we are going to speak about when titans clash, South Asia's nuclear brinkmanship.
This is Trump's war. Tensions have reached a fever pitch as the long-standing enmity between India and Pakistan teeters on the edge of nuclear conflict. In the wake of a horrific terrorist attack that claimed 26 lives in Kashmir, a tragedy that ignited a rapid chain of military strikes, both nations, armed with nearly 200 warheads each, now stand at the precipice. The world watches in disbelief as history seems poised to repeat itself with unimaginable stakes. If a nuclear exchange were to erupt, immediate military responses would be immediate and devastating. India's declared, no first use, doctrine risks becoming a mere paper shield, while Pakistan's willingness to strike first could spark an uncontrollable cycle of retaliation. In a matter of minutes, precision-guided missiles could obliterate entire cities, with traditional combat rules dissolving in the heat of nuclear thermodynamics. The human cost would be catastrophic. Major metropolitan centers like New Delhi, Mumbai, Lahore, and Karachi could be reduced to ashes within moments. Beyond the initial shockwave, radiation fallout would claim millions more, overwhelming medical systems, displacing countless families, and casting a long shadow of sickness and despair over generations, a humanitarian crisis that defies imagination. The environmental consequences would extend far beyond the immediate blast zones. A full-scale nuclear skirmish could propel vast quantities of soot and debris into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight and triggering a nuclear winter. This drastic cooling effect would devastate agriculture worldwide, disrupt global weather patterns, and imperil food security across continents, ushering in a prolonged period of ecological upheaval. On the political and economic front, the shockwaves would be seismic. Global markets would likely plunge into chaos amid the collapse of supply chains and rampant uncertainty. Diplomatic efforts would scramble to contain the fallout, with emergency sessions at the UN and high-stakes interventions from superpowers like the US, China, and Russia. Yet even these efforts may prove too late in mitigating the irreversible damage. In South Asia, the already volatile regional dynamic would spiral into long-term instability. The disintegration of national infrastructures and state institutions could lead to mass migrations, emergent lawlessness, and proxy conflicts that extend well beyond their borders. This destabilization could transform the region into an ongoing crisis zone, impacting not only local populations but also global security for decades to come. Amid this chaos, the rhetoric of leaders only deepens the peril. Remarks from figures like President Trump, once dismissively describing the conflict as a shame, now echo ominously as symbols of miscalculated bravado. Such statements, however well-intentioned in their appeal for de-escalation, underscore the dangerous assumption that nuclear brinkmanship is a negotiable or controllable affair. Ultimately, a nuclear exchange between India and Pakistan offers no winners, only an irreparable scar on global civilization. The staggering human, environmental, and political costs of such an act should serve as a stark reminder that dialogue and restraint are our only viable paths forward. As the world grapples with this existential threat, it becomes clear that preventing nuclear war is not just a regional imperative, but a collective responsibility for all humankind.
Thank you for listening to Who Threw the Curve, and don't forget to share us, like us, and subscribe. Thanks.